Sha'Carri Richardson, one of the brightest stars in American track and field, has had a roller coaster of a week. Just days after being arrested at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport, she lined up in the women's 100 meters at the 2025 USATF Outdoor Championships. She finished second in her heat, but what followed has left fans stunned. She pulled out of the semifinals, all while her name continues to make headlines off the track. Let's walk through the full story, from her arrest to her performance on the track, and what might happen next. On Sunday, July 27, Sha'Carri Richardson was arrested at Sea-Tac Airport in Washington. The charge, fourth-degree domestic violence assault, one of the lowest levels of assault in the state, but still serious. According to a police report reviewed by multiple outlets and obtained from the Port of Seattle Police Department, Richardson allegedly assaulted her boyfriend, elite sprinter Christian Coleman. Here's what happened. The two athletes were reportedly having a verbal argument while exiting the TSA security area. Surveillance video allegedly showed Richardson repeatedly bumping into Coleman, who was trying to walk away. At one point, she allegedly shoved him into a nearby column, causing him to fall. As Coleman continued to walk away, Richardson allegedly threw a pair of headphones at him, hitting him. Police officers reviewed the footage and developed probable cause for arrest. Under Washington state law, if an officer has probable cause in a domestic violence case, and it happened within the last 4 hours, an arrest is mandatory. Richardson was booked at the Score Jail South Correctional Entity in Des Moines, Washington on Sunday evening and released Monday afternoon.
Although Richardson and Coleman have reportedly been dating for over 2 years, both denied any physical altercation during police interviews. Coleman told police nothing happened, declined to provide ID or further cooperate, explicitly said he did not want to be considered a victim and would not press charges. Despite that, Washington law still required the arrest based on video evidence and probable cause. As of Friday, no official charges had been filed. Prosecutors had 72 hours from the arrest to file, but so far, Richardson's inmate file does not list any charges. However, this doesn't mean the case is closed. The city of Sea-Tac prosecutor could still bring charges, and any potential court date remains unknown. Richardson's agent Emmanuel Hudson has not commented publicly, and USA Track and Field released a brief statement saying, "We are aware of the report, and we have no comment at this time." Despite everything happening off the track, Richardson was back in action by Thursday in Eugene, Oregon. She ran in the 100 meters preliminary heat, clocking an 11.07 to place second and qualify for the semifinals, but in a surprising twist, Richardson withdrew from the semifinal round, which was scheduled for Friday. No official reason was given. Still, she's not done yet. According to meet officials, Richardson is still planning to run the 200 meters on Sunday, the final day of the USATF Championships. Will this affect her spot on Team USA for the World Championships? Not necessarily. Richardson has an automatic bye in the 100 meters for the 2025 World Championships. Because she's the reigning world champion, that means she doesn't have to qualify through USA's in that event. The 200 meters, however, does require qualification, unless she gets a discretionary spot from USA Track and Field. So Sunday's race could be her last shot to earn a second individual event. Sha'Carri Richardson isn't just another sprinter, she's a 2024 Olympic silver medalist in the 100 and part of the gold medal-winning 4x100 meter relay team from Paris. She's widely seen as the face of US sprinting, Bold, unapologetic, and lightning fast. But controversy isn't new to her. In 2021, she won the Olympic trials 100-meter, but was banned for marijuana use, missing the Tokyo Games. Since then, she's been on a redemption arc, winning the 2023 Worlds and returning to Olympic glory in 2024. This latest incident now puts her name back in headlines for all the wrong reasons. Fans and officials alike are left with big questions. Will prosecutors file charges against Richardson? Will she compete in the 200 meters as planned? Could this affect her endorsement deals or reputation? Is this a one-time outburst or a bigger issue behind the scenes? Richardson is one of the fastest women in the world. But right now, her career is running side by side with legal troubles. From being arrested just days ago, to finishing second in her 100 meters heat, then pulling out of the semis, this week has been dramatic, complicated, and uncertain. Only time will tell what's next. Track fans are watching closely. Will Richardson bounce back with a big performance in the 200 meters, or will her season be defined by what happened off the track? Let us know what you think. Should USATF take action? Will this derail her momentum heading into Worlds? Can she rise above yet another controversy? Stay tuned, this story isn't over. In an interview published today, Coleman was asked about Sha'Carri Richardson's arrest and the impact of the situation on both of them, especially after their performances at the USATF Championships. He described the incident as a sucky situation all round. Coleman explicitly said, "I don't feel like she should have been arrested." He still spoke positively of Richardson's character. "She's a great person." Coleman competed in both the 100-meter and 200-meter at the USATF Championships, but ultimately did not qualify for the finals in either event. Despite his own disappointments, his focus in the interview remained on urging calm and understanding while acknowledging how messy the situation had become.
All right, Christian, so talk me through just initial reactions coming off the 100 and the 200 today, past week.
I feel like it's just been a long year for real. Like, I mean, transitioning from, new program while I was with my old coach for like basically 10 years. I feel like I just had like a built up just callous of just like bad habits and just like my body just being in a certain routine. But then, like coming down and transitioning is just like, it's like not only cleaning up those habits, but just learning like new things, new techniques, and like really just like unlocking the formula for how to build speed and how to maintain speed. And it's just a new learning curve for me, and I feel like it was starting to click. And I mean, I just feel as if like it just wasn't enough this weekend, but it's like I'm proud of myself for where I'm at in my journey. And I know I just have like so much more to do, so much more to give. So that's the frustrating part, because like you don't get these moments and opportunities back. I feel like when I started my career, like you run 986, like you win the money, but now, you just got to be better. So that's why I feel like it was worth it, like me coming down here, taking a risk and like trying to just go for more. And I'm excited about it. Like, I'm excited about where I'm at in my journey.
I mean, like you said, like you ran 986, and all year you hadn't legally broken 10 seconds. I wonder, before coming into the 200, if you had to like reset yourself, knowing you ran extremely fast, you missed the team, but like, all right, let me make sure I can prepare to try and going for the 2.
Yeah, I feel like especially like right after the 100, it was just like a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions, just because I feel like I try to dedicate myself to the 100, but I feel like I'm an all-around sprinter too, so I just kind of had to like reset, refocus, try to let everything go and then try to get right for the 200. And even, you know what I'm saying, a good showing in the 200. I mean, top two, 9.6, 9.8, 9.9 is just like, you know, any other country, like I'll be right in there. But you just got to be better, you know what I'm saying, when you're an American. So I'm up for the challenges. Like I said, like where I'm at in my journey, just continue to put the pieces of the puzzle together. And I know I can just continue to just be more and be better.
Yeah. How do you feel about your fitness overall? Again, like I said, considering the first full year under Dennis.
I feel really good. Like, I think that was the frustrating part, like early on in the year, because I feel as if like I was like in the best shape I ever been in, like fitness-wise, body-wise, just my mind, just everything like coming into the real like just fruition of like the type of sprinter that I want to be. It's like it was just, I felt really good. So it was just like frustrating. It's like I'm fighting my body because I'm just like, I know I feel good. I know everything should be there, but I'm just not necessarily getting the numbers that I want. And I think that's the mental side of it, where it's just like, okay, you're gonna like rededicate yourself, lock in, double down on what you're doing, stay the course, and try to make it to the other side of that valley. And like I said, I feel like I'm doing that. Like I feel like I'm in the middle of that. It just wasn't enough this weekend, but I know I just have so much more to continue to just like, you know what I'm saying, keep clicking and pegging at it, and I'll be right there. So, yeah.
And just last question, what might expectations going forward for the rest of the season look like for you?
Shoot, I mean, try to run some, you know, more Diamond Leagues over in Europe, try to finish strong, you know, Diamond League Championship, and, you know, hop on a relay at Worlds and try to help us bring, you know, home a gold medal, and just reset for the off season and, you know, right back at it. So that's the game.
Good job, man.
I was able to look at it a few times. I feel like I was telling him, like it's clicking, like it's all coming together. It just wasn't enough. Like I said before, it's like, I mean, at the beginning of my career, 986, like you winning with flying colors, but you know what I'm saying, guys are just like learning new techniques and getting better and better and better. And I'm happy to still just be in my prime fitness-wise, to be able to compete at a high level and like try to just take myself to another notch. And I'm excited about that. So it's like mixed emotions, because I mean, you run 9.8, you expect to be in there, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, it was just like, it was a breakthrough for me. So it's like a little disappointed, but also encouraging and exciting at the same time. And I'm more of like a glass half full type of guy. So, you know, you just take the positives and try to build on that.
I mean, it seems like you're peaking at the right time here, right here at Nationals, even though it hasn't gone how you would have wanted it to go. But what are some things that you want to do differently now at practice?
To me, I think just keep doubling down on what I've been doing. Like, I mean, that's with everything. Like, you know, good things take time. Greatness, like, takes time. Like, you got to be patient with the process. And, you know, a lot of people, like, you know, when you get in the middle of the valley or you're in the middle of a dark tunnel, like, you know, stop and go back, or, like, just lay down and they'll quit. And, you know, I'm the type of guy, like, you just got to push through. And so, I mean, as far as doing something different, like, I don't really think I have anything different to do, but just keep doubling down on, you know, the things I've been learning, and just allow my body to continue to feel it so it becomes second nature to me. And then I can just, like, you know, keep turning it up and not add more energy to it. But the techniques I'm learning, like the things we're doing in practice, like, I think I'm right on par. Personally, you know what I'm saying, I feel like it was just a sucky situation all around. Like, I don't feel as if, like, she should have been arrested. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, people have discussions and emotions and stuff like that. Does she have, like, things that she needs to work on for herself? Of course. And so do I, so do you, like, everybody. And I'm the type of guy, like, I'm in the business of just, like, extending grace and mercy and love. And I feel as if, like, I don't try to look at obstacles either. Like, I just look at, like, situations like this to just, like, you know, take a step back, analyze yourself mentally, and then just try to see what you can do to be your best self so that you can move forward, so you can just be the type of person and a human that God needs you to be for His kingdom and for His glory. And so that's kind of how I look at the situation. And, like, and I hate the narrative too of just, like, you know what I'm saying, it's so negative. But like I said, it's just like in the state of Seattle, even talking to the cop or whatever, he was just like, it really was nothing I could do. It's just like, I understood. But I mean, like I said, it was just a sucky situation. But she's a human being and a great person. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like, we've been able to be, like, really good teammates, like, all year. And I hate that narrative too, because you know, us coming together, like, we're just two, like, real dominant personalities. And she's, to me, the best female athlete in the world. Like, I see it every day. And, like, you know, for me in my process, like I just said, like, moving training groups, a whole new environment, a whole new, you know what I'm saying, training setup, different than what I've been in the past, like, 10 years of my, track and field career, and transitioning and then still coming back running 9.8 and feeling like I got so much more to give. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my path and that's my journey, and like being so up close and personal with her every day. And like I watched this girl like fall on the track like in February and walk it off like it was, you know what I'm saying, like a cramp, but get back up and have to take like a month and a half of just like rehab and trying to come back. And then 3 weeks later like have a competition and like, you know what I'm saying, like she just has a lot of things going on and like a lot of emotions and forces going on inside of her that like not only I can understand, but nobody can, because she one-on-one and I'm one-on-one too. And so I know everything is happening in God's plan, because obviously he's one-on-one, and so that's really the main focus and the thing that I just wanted to say. And I know that like it's been a tough journey for her this year, but she gonna bounce back, and like I said, I see it every day. She's the best female athlete in the world, and she gonna be just fine. She gonna be good, and I'm gonna be good too. So it is what it is. Appreciate y'all.